Right, I think we're live. Just give me a few minutes. Let me just double check to make sure that we're all set up here. Yep. And so we're just waiting for people to come onto the chat and for people to join. So I'm just going to give it a few minutes before we kick off officially. But in the meantime, for anybody that's waiting, if you could just go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat box, say who you are and where you're from and what kind of channel you are. That would be really helpful for me to know so that I can answer your questions the best that I can during the live chat. So my name is Rebecca Lammers. I am the CEO and co-founder of Like a Network. And we're running the Ultimate YouTube class as a workshop this coming weekend for the first time. So I'm really excited to be able to offer this class to you guys. The reason that we're doing it is actually because we get a lot of requests from channels who are starting up and wanting to join the network. And basically we realized that they lacked the content strategy and basic copyright knowledge in order to really grow their YouTube channel to a professional level. So without growing, there's no point in joining a network, really. So that's why we're now trying to help the wider YouTube community and not just the channels in our network. We also get really big channels asking to join, but they typically have copyright issues, and it's something that you have to be really conscious of as you're growing, and also especially once you get to over 100,000 subs. So since YouTube continuously is updating their policies in this area, we're continuously keeping an eye on any new changes and try to help these channels to avoid losing out on monetizing any of their videos. So that's kind of it in a nutshell, why we're running the Ultimate YouTube class. And just as a taster, and for you to be able to ask any kind of questions you want about the class, any kind of general questions. I have some questions that people have pre-submitted, so I will be answering those first. But in the meantime, feel free to say hello in the chat box and go ahead and submit any questions that you might have that we can address during the Q&A. I'm just going to give people 2 more minutes to join, and then we'll start. So again, my name is Rebecca Lammers. I am the CEO and co-founder of Like a Network, and I'm really excited to be able to offer the Ultimate YouTube class for you guys for the first time. So I think you'll get a lot out of it, and I'll tell you more about it as we go through the Q&A. But if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to send them. Even if you think it might be a stupid question, there are really no stupid questions. So please just go ahead and ask. Don't be afraid. There's really nothing to be afraid of. This is just a very casual, open chat for you to be able to get answers to any questions that you might have. So I'm just looking to see who's coming on. And we're still waiting. I'll give it 1 more minute. So again, if you haven't seen, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send you guys a link to the Ultimate YouTube class so that you guys can check that out while I'm talking. And okay, I think we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with the questions that people pre-submitted. So the first question is from Harry Volker. I hope I'm saying that right. And he asked, what tools or tips would you give us for having a good SEO on our videos and rank higher? So basically, during the Ultimate YouTube class, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through our 4-step process on how to get your videos to rank higher in search results. And basically those 4 key areas are number 1, the title. So the title of your video that you're posting on YouTube. Number 2, the description. So all of the text that you're putting into the description of your video, all of that is read by the YouTube algorithm. So what you put in there is really, really important. Number 3 are the keywords or the tags. Keywords, tags, it's basically the same thing. People call them different things, but they are basically the same thing. So whatever keywords you put onto your video very much impacts on where your video ranks in search results. So we want to make sure that you know what kind of keywords you need to be putting onto your videos so that they can rank higher. And finally, we have the thumbnail. The thumbnail is the still image that appears in the search results when video search results come up when you search on YouTube. So that still image is really, really important to make sure that it's incentivizing people to want to click on the video so that they watch it. So that's just kind of like a highlight of the 4 main things that we'll go over on the Ultimate YouTube class. And what you need to do, we'll basically in the class go into a lot more focused detail on exactly what you need to do in each of those 4 core areas. So that answers that question. So let me see if there's any questions here. So the next question is from Glam's Corner, and she asked how to incorporate the trend of vlogging for beauty channels. So right. So vlogging is very, very important. If you are a beauty channel, definitely. I mean, in terms of incorporating trends, it's important for you to pay attention to what's going on in the news and seeing what is trending in terms of what is popular, what kind of particular kinds of beauty trends are happening. You can also do beauty vlogs and tutorials on that. Sorry, Glam's Corner also asks, are tutorials outdated? No, definitely not. I mean, people are always wanting to learn new things. There is absolutely nothing wrong with tutorials, and I would definitely not say that they're outdated. So please do, if you're a beauty vlogger, you should definitely be doing tutorials because you're the expert. You're the one that's supposed to be showing people what it is that you know. So I would say that so paying attention to those kind of things is really, really important. And you should be also following the kind of things that are happening in the news as well. So, for example, if you're, sorry, not the news, you should be following what's happening in terms of the time of year. So, for example, if it's Halloween, people are going to want to do Halloween makeup, so you may want to do a Halloween makeup tutorial. And paying attention to all the different kinds of holidays that happen throughout the year. If you, for example, you could take it as one of 2 ways. You could say, okay, the autumn time is coming up. People normally talk more about particular autumn trends. So you may, at the end of the summer, want to upload a video on autumn trends that are coming up. And that way, when you upload at the end of the summer or in midsummer, that way when it comes to autumn, your video has been sitting there for a little while, has worked its way up the search results, and is then riding higher at the peak period. On the opposite side of that, what you could do is in the peak of autumn, you could upload an autumn tutorial, and that way you're getting a spike right as when you upload the video, and then the views will drop off as the autumn goes through, as we go through the autumn. So you can kind of take it one of 2 ways. it's really up to you. You can try it out both ways and see what works. So Glam's Corner also asked, what is the best way to use the community tab to engage subscribers? That is a very good question. I've been getting that question a lot. So if you've gotten the community tab on your YouTube channel, that's a really great thing. I would strongly recommend that you do engage with your subscribers on the community tab for sure. The way to do that would be, I've seen people do it one of two ways, and again, you just need to try it out and see which way works best for you. The first way is to basically copy the kind of posts that you're doing on Facebook onto your YouTube channel. So you're basically cross-posting. And I wouldn't say that you're diluting the post because most of the time people will be very dedicated to their Facebook page and they don't look at YouTube, or they're dedicated to looking at their YouTube feed but not on Facebook. So either way, people are going to see the video. And so that's one way where you're cross-posting and posting the same things from Facebook onto YouTube. The other way is for you to be posting unique content just in your community tab that's not available anywhere else. And it's just a different way for you to be able to engage with your subscribers compared to being limited just to the comments on your videos. You can actually engage with them on another level. So you can post pictures, you can post videos, you can post other people's videos, or you can just post text. So just try it out, see how it works. Whatever way, you'll start to identify the trends where it works. If it doesn't work, you don't have to keep doing it after a while. If it does work, then keep doing it. She also asked, I don't mind having a smaller channel, but I want those who regularly watch to engage more, comments, likes, etc. So one of the best ways in order to increase engagement on your YouTube channel is to create what are called call to actions, or in YouTube, we call it CTAs. So call to actions are basically where you ask the people watching your video to take an action. So that could be you asking them to subscribe, asking them to like, asking them to buy or go to your website. There's so many different kinds of things that you can ask them to do. It all depends on what it is that you're trying to do, whether you're trying to grow your subscribers, grow your views, or actually drive them off YouTube to your own website. So you need to consider what is the goal that you're trying to achieve first. And then think about how to ask them. So you can ask them in the description. You can ask them in the in a card by putting a card on your video, and you can ask them actually in the video itself. So you can go, okay, guys, click below, subscribe, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of different ways to create those call to actions in order to get people to engage and comment more. So, I mean, we'll probably end up covering a lot of that more in the Ultimate YouTube class. So if you have any more questions on that particular area, we'll cover it more over the weekend. And then she asks, how do we build interest around what we know to get our audience to become buyers? Well, like I just said, creating those call to actions in order to get people to go to your website to buy, if it is that you want them to buy. It could be buying a product or a service. Either way, it's about being very specific about the ask that you're wanting people to do. Okay, so I'm going to answer Andrew Wong's questions. So Andrew asked, how do I make my video appear first in the search results? So I already went over that earlier. Harry Volker also asked that question. It's probably the #1 question that I get the most. And it is something that we will cover in a lot more detail in the Ultimate YouTube class this weekend. Something else that we'll also go over, not only the 4 things to focus on to get your videos ranking higher in search results, but we'll also be going over the four main things that you need to focus on in order to drive views and subscribers. So bear in mind that there's a lot of different levels, a lot of different things you can be doing to grow your YouTube channel. So Andrew asked, how do I catch up with my competitors from Europe while my channel is made in Asia? So there really shouldn't be any difference between competing between Europe and Asia. No matter where your video is uploaded in the world, your video will be treated the same. What is treated differently is basically what we talked about before, the 4 different things that go into search ranking for a video. So potentially other people are doing SEO better than you. Does my geographical location affect my video's SEO? Absolutely not at all. So it doesn't matter, again, doesn't matter where you are in the world, your videos are always going to be treated the same on the YouTube platform. What may be different is the language that you're speaking. So if you're in Asia and you're speaking Japanese, most people in America don't speak Japanese, and so the content may not, they won't understand it. So a language barrier could be a problem. If you're looking to gain more subscribers, more viewers, then I would recommend that you make videos in English, since that is the most commonly used language on YouTube, and majority of the views do come from the US on YouTube. That said, there's many views that come from all over the rest of the world. Does the algorithm somehow favor an EU channel over an Asian channel for EU audiences? Again, no, it's not, but as I just said, language can be an issue. So again, bear that in mind. Does the country where my channel was created affect my content visibility? Again, no. That will not impact on whether your video is viewed or not. It all comes down to the SEO on your video. I put tons of related channel tags and video tags, but I hardly get to see my video appear on the top portion of the search results. Why is this? So I think it's important to set your expectations. Now, bear in mind, if you've just started a YouTube channel and you have 0 views and 0 subscribers and you upload your first video, you're not going to rank at the top of search results on the first video that you upload. It will take you time in order to build your channel and build your views in order for you to start appear at the top of search results. So for example, the YouTube algorithm factors in so many different variables. We're going to be focusing on the main ones that you can control. There's a lot other ones that factor into it, like the number of subscribers. So potentially somebody's video where the channel has more subscribers would rank higher than somebody's channel who has less subscribers. So you need to keep that in mind. And also bearing in mind, there's lots of other different factors. So for example, how many times the video has been liked, how many times a video has been disliked, how many times the video has been shared off YouTube, how many times the video has been shared or commented on. So there's a lot of different things that factor into where a video appears in search results. So again, setting expectations. You're not going to get your video ranking at the top of search results on day 1. It will take you time before you start to see results. But that's why we're doing this class, so that you guys can see exactly what you need to do in order to achieve the results that you want. So video title or video tags determine the position in search results. Yes, it does. I've already gone through that, but again, we'll go through that in more detail in the class. Psychologically speaking, are EU-US audience more interactive than Asian audience? So I would say that there are a lot more people in the US and in Europe who watch videos on YouTube. That's not to say that people in Asia don't watch. It's just that there's more people in the US and Europe than there are in Asia. So the volume will obviously have an impact. Bear in mind that Brazil is also a really highly ranking, highly engaged audience on YouTube as well. So if you're looking to tap into the Latin American market, Brazil is definitely where it's at. There's lots of views that come from all over South America too. What wins the ranking in search results? Channel popularity, video tags, video title, spelling, or people commenting and interacting in the comments. Well, like I just said, all of those factors go into where a video is ranked. And we're going to go through a lot of the kind of tips and tools that you need in order to grow your channel and also to get higher in search rankings. So we'll definitely go over that more in the Ultimate YouTube class. How does the new policy affect my channel? So I'm guessing you need, by new policy, I think you mean by how many subscribers or views, the threshold that YouTube has set. So recently YouTube has set a new threshold for the number of subscribers and watch time that you need before you can start to monetize your videos. And the reasoning behind that is because, so last summer, a lot of advertisers pulled their advertising from YouTube because they found out their videos, their ads were being served against videos that weren't 100% legal. And so what YouTube has done over the last few months is they put in precautions and thresholds in order to make sure that the content that ads is served against is legal, that it's genuine content, and that it's the kind of content that advertisers would want their ads to be served against. So it depends on what your channel is. I don't know what kind of channel you have, Andrew, but that's definitely something that we could go into more detail on in the Ultimate YouTube class. I think what you'll find is because of those thresholds, you need to work towards those thresholds in order for you to then be able to monetize. But I'm confident that if you follow the tips that we have, that we're offering in the class over the weekend, that you will definitely be able to get to those thresholds and you'll be able to start to monetize. So there's nothing to worry about there. We'll help you out in whatever it is that you need help with. So I'm going to go and see. I don't see any more questions right now. Just to go over, I think I'll just tell you a little bit in more detail about the Ultimate YouTube class. So what's included is it's 3 hours packed full of tips and tricks and insights. You will not be bored. Your mind will be blown. You will know a lot more than you know now, and you will feel much more confident about what it is that you can do on your YouTube channel. We're also going to cover, so I've mentioned understanding search rankings and how to gain views and subscribers. So we're going to follow our 4 steps to optimize videos for search rankings and the 4 main things to focus on to drive views and subscribers. We're also going to do hands-on activities to start running your YouTube channel immediately, and tools and tips to help you grow your YouTube channel. And we'll also cover a breakdown of a viral video case study. So you can sign up for the live class right now. I sent the link in the chat box, so you can sign up there. In addition to the the class, what you're going to see is you get a downloadable version of the video, and you can also download the presentation of the class as well. You're also going to get a channel management checklist that will help you stay on top of all of the things you need to do to run your YouTube channel. And you're also going to get a content planning calendar template to help you plan your content strategy. So for those people that want to take it to the next level, we also have a monthly service called the community service. And in addition to just the one-off class, what you get is you get access to our monthly newsletter and also our Facebook group for the latest updates. And really the key thing is that you also get email support. So you can email us anytime to ask any questions about how to accomplish the things that you're looking to accomplish. So if you want to make sure your keywords are right, if you want to make sure the content looks good, any kind of question, we will reply to your email and we will help you in terms of growing your YouTube channel. And then if you want to take it to the next level after that, we have our mentorship scheme. So you get all the things I've already mentioned. In addition, you get a 1-hour one-to-one monthly mentoring session to cover any specific issues or topics that you want to resolve. And that's the mentorship scheme. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and sign up to join the class. I don't see any other questions, so I think I'll leave it there. So yeah, thanks for joining the Q&A, and I hope you found this useful, and I hope to see you over the weekend in the class. Thanks, guys.